confused by my apparent lack of ceremony. My mind is clear. I may be low, miles high off in the distance. I want you near. I love you even when I'm sleeping. When I close my eyes, you're everywhere. And if they take me flying on the magic carpet, see me wave. If our communication fails, I've reconnected. I want to raise. I love you even when I'm sleeping. When I close my eyes, you're everywhere. No matter where the road is leading us, remember, don't be afraid. We have a continent that sometimes comes between us. That's okay.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Well, I know this little chapel on the boulevard we can go. No one will know. Oh, come on, girl. Who cares if we're trash? Got a pocket full of cash we can blow. Shots of Patrol, and it's on, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say yeah, 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 yeah. And we'll go, 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 go. If you're ready, like I'm ready. 'Cause it's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you. Oh, I'll go get a ring, let the choir bells sing like ooh. So what you wanna do? Let's just run, girl. If we wake up and you wanna break up, that's cool. No, I won't blame you. Is it the look in your eyes, or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I wanna marry you.
Good afternoon and welcome. I call upon everyone here present to be fellow witness with me in the marriage between Felicity and James. We are here to witness their commitment to each other and to wish them every happiness in their life together. Before we proceed any further, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jacqueline Hatch and I'm a marriage celebrant duly authorised to solemnise this marriage in accordance with the laws of Australia. On behalf of Felicity and James, I would like to welcome you all to this lovely location this afternoon and ask that you take a moment to focus on what has brought us all here today. It was 15 years ago when Felicity and James crossed paths while both attending the Georges River Sailing Club. While the exact details of the first interaction are a little sketchy now, Felicity does recall James to be confident, friendly, cheeky and somehow always tanned. James recalls from this time that Felicity was always taken and as such was off limits. It was in these early interactions that Felicity first noticed how kind James was. To give an example of this, James never left the beach in his boat until Felicity and her father were also underway. Felicity had a slow old boat and it was often at the back of the fleet. However, it did not matter how much later Felicity would come in, as James was always there to greet her and to help her de-rig. It was in April of 2008 when the couple first started spending more time together. Clearly for both of them they had found someone special, as they would regularly drive between the Shire and Cremorne to see each other, even for the shortest periods of time. Only 5 months later the two began seeing each other. Felicity's roommate May moved Only 5 months later, after the two began seeing each other, Felicity's roommate May moved overseas. While originally James was to move in on a temporary basis, clearly he never left. Felicity and James have shared in many memorable moments together, playing soccer together, holidays in Australia and overseas, crossing Bass Strait together, picking up puppy Lewis Jr., the purchase of their home and many sailing regatta road trips. The proposal occurred in May 2015, when the couple holidayed in the United States. James had it all planned. He was going to propose while they were in New York. However, before the flight on the way over, Felicity almost ruined her own surprise. While retrieving James's jacket from the hand luggage, Felicity noticed one random wetsuit bootie in a bag. As she swung it around in her hand, Felicity asked James why he brought one bootie with him and what he could possibly need that for. James mumbled something about accidentally packing the bootie, Felicity only learning later that there was something very special hidden inside. It was a close call, however James' proposal was still going to plan. It was at French restaurant Balthazar in Soho, Manhattan that James proposed to Felicity, with her dream ring and a surprise trip to the Bahamas. Felicity also noted that the ring James proposed with was the exact ring that she sent a photo 5 years earlier to him, just in case he was planning anything back then. He had kept that photo for all of that time, waiting for the right moment. All of these experiences have led us here to this moment here today. To James, in Felicity, he has found someone who is caring, selfless, and intelligent. James loves that Felicity has a go at everything, is independent, compassionate, ambitious, and loving. Felicity has taught James how to build a life together and how to be in a partnership where they are a team. To Felicity, James is fearless, positive, and optimistic. Felicity loves that James is relaxed, accepting of all people, dedicated, hardworking, affectionate, and loving. James has taught Felicity how not to worry about the small things and how to worry a little more on herself. Felicity and James's relationship is based on humour, loyalty, trust, shared responsibility, and compromise. To this couple, marriage is a lifetime bond and partnership, and a promise that they will support each other in every aspect of their lives to make the other person happy. I would now like to invite a friend of the couple, May, to share with us a reading.
Poem called Unending Love by Rabindranath Tagore. I seem to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age, forever. My spellbound heart was made and remade the necklace of songs that you take as a gift, wear around your neck in your many forms, in life after life, in age after age, forever. Whenever I hear old chronicles of love, its age-old pain, its ancient tale of being apart or together, as I stare on into the past, and in the end you emerge, clad in the light of a pole star piercing the darkness of time, you become an image of what is remembered forever. You and I have floated here on the stream that brings from the fount. At the heart of time, love of one for another. We have played alongside millions of lovers, shared in the same shy sweetness of meeting, the same distressful tears of farewell. Old love, but in shapes that renew and renew forever. Sorry. Today it is heaped at your feet. It has found its end in you. The love of all man's days, both past and forever. Universal joy, universal sorrow, and universal life. The memories of all loves merging with this one love of ours. And the songs of every poet past and forever.
Good?
Felicity and James, no gift you have to offer is more valuable than your love. So treasure it with all your heart and nurture it with care. Work your love into the practical things so that nothing can divide you. Take time from every busy day to be there for each other, to listen and to show how much you mean to one another. Remember to say I love you and laugh together often, and always know you are each other's best friend. Felicity and James, before you are joined in marriage in my presence and the presence of these witnesses, I must remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship that you're about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Before you exchange your vows, I ask you to remember that love will be the foundation of an enduring and deepening relationship. The vows you will share today are the most sacred of promises you will make, and they will bind you closer than any other written or spoken word. Do you, James, take Felicity to be your lawful wife, to share your life with her, and do you pledge that you will love, honour and care for her with affection through all the varying experiences of your life?
I do.
Do you, Felicity, take James to be your lawful husband, to share your life with him, and do you pledge that you will love, honour and care for him with affection through all the varying experiences of your life?
I do.
Felicity and James will now exchange their vows. The vows are the basic legal structure of a marriage. They are the words consciously spoken, promises that reinforce and strengthen the bond between them. These words establish the foundation from which both Felicity and James and their marriage will grow. I call upon the persons here present.
I call upon the persons here present
To witness that I, James Christopher Warner,
to witness that I, James Christopher Warner,
take you, Felicity Claire Wellman,
take you, Felicity Claire Wellman,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to be my lawful wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Felicity Claire Wellman,
to witness that I, Felicity Claire Wellman,
take you, James Christopher Warner,
take you, James Christopher Warner,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to be my lawful wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
from this day forward.
from this day forward.
Andrew, can you please come forward with the rings? The circle of the wedding
I'll go
ring
on.
symbolises eternity.
Wait, one second.
As you exchange your wedding rings, it is our wish that
Hold
your
up.
love will be as eternal and everlasting as these rings. He's very keen. May you always be as happy as you are here today. Now, James, please take Felicity's ring, place it on her finger. Yeah, it's a pretty one.
Wait.
Okay, and then repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of the love and commitment we share.
as a symbol of the love and commitment we share.
Felicity, please take James's ring, place it on her finger, and repeat after me. Perfect. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of the love and commitment we share.
as a symbol of the love and the commitment we share.
Felicity and James have declared before all of us their love and commitment. They have made special promises to us, and they have symbolised this in the joining of hands, taking of vows and exchanging of rings. May the commitment in marriage bring you all of the excitement a union should bring, and may life grant you happiness and health as you grow old together. May you forever love one another and continue to be each other's best friend. Felicity and James, by the virtue of authority vested in me, and with the very best wishes of all your family and friends present here today, I have much pleasure in declaring you to be husband and wife. James, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
Oh dear.
Love you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Now take a moment to sign the marriage register. I would now like to ask Felicity and James and their witnesses, Megan and Andrew, to join me in the signing, and I will then ask you all to join me again as I present the happy couple to you. Thank you. Perfect.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, oh sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl.
Felicity and James, today we celebrate your union that you have chosen to share with us. James and Felicity, on behalf of the family and friends that love you and have joined you here today to witness and celebrate your marriage, I recognise and honour you as husband and wife. Family and friends, please congratulate the couple again as I present for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Warner.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Old dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
You say you want diamonds on a ring of gold. You say you want your story to remain untold, but all the promises we made from the cradle. Sail away with me, honey, put my heart in your hand. Sail away with me, honey, now, now. Sail away with me, what will be, will be. I wanna hold you now, now, now. Crazy skies are wild above me now. Winter howling at my face, and everything I held so dear disappeared without a trace. Oh, all the times I tasted love, never knew quite what I had. Little darling, if you hear me now, never needed you so bad. Spinning round inside my head. Sail away with me, honey, I put my heart in your hand. Sail away with me, honey, now, now, now. Sail away with me, what will be, will be. I wanna hold you now, now, now. I've been talking drunken gibberish, falling in and out of bars, trying to get some explanation here by the way some people are. How did it ever come so far? Sail away with me, honey, put my heart in your hand. Sail away with me, honey, now, now, now. Sail away with me, what will be, will be. I wanna hold you now, now, now. Sail away with me, honey, I put my
Warners, Wellmans, family, friends, last minute plus ones. If you can find yourself a place at a table today, it means you are an important part of Felicity and James's life. Take a seat. If you can't find yourself a place today, it means you followed us down from the pub. You're not welcome, go away. My name is Steve Corner, folks. I will be your MC this evening, time and bar tab permitting. On behalf of Felicity and James, it does me much honour and it gives me great pleasure on this, their wedding day, to say to you all, welcome. Or, as they like to say when they roll over in bed and greet each other in the morning, ahoy there, my hearty. Yes, this is the surprise wedding of the year, folks, not because James and Fis are an unlikely match, but because it took place on dry land. I think everyone was pretty sure this thing was going to happen on a boat, right? For those of you who don't know, James and Felicity met through their mutual love of sailing. So we should be thankful that today's ceremony has taken place on soil. Because to be honest, Jimmy will only walk from point A to point B if there's 18 holes in between them and a pub at the end. Interesting fact, the distance at the start of the aisle to the end is the longest distance James has travelled on land without the assistance of a golf buggy. To make sure he knew where to stand today, Felicity had to dig a little hole and stick a flag in it. Yeah, it's going to be a long night. I've been lucky enough to know Fis since school days and Jimmy since they were dating, and it's been wonderful to watch them grow and flourish as a couple. Until she met her husband, Fis referred to any televised game played with a ball or a stick as the sports. Thanks to James, she now has a better education. Until he met his bride, the James Warner food pyramid was built entirely out of sugar. And it wasn't so much a pyramid as it was the shape that an empty mid-slice packet makes. Thanks to Fis, Jimmy has come to realise that if he doesn't change his ways, his golf handicap is heading towards the same number as his diabetes type 2. As Felicity and James have grown together as a couple, they've also learned to create things together, including this wedding. Each partner has added their own touch to this special day, incorporating something that they love. The ceremony was followed by a boat cruise for the bridal party, which was Felicity's contribution, and the reception has been preceded by 3 hours of free time at a pub, which was James's. Alrighty, next we have the father and the mother of the groom, Chris and Lorraine Warner. Rounding out the old people, we have the father and the mother of the bride, Rob and Anne Wellman. Let's shuffle on to the bridesmaids and the groomspersons. First cab off the rank, Chanel Payne and Jeff Moore. Next up, Belinda Chiarella and Jared Wellman. Before our two wonderful co-skippers steer the HMAS wander out of the heads, I think we should acknowledge how stunning everyone looks on that bridal party today. Most especially the happy couples themselves. Well done, you two. You look very seaworthy together. Congratulations. Quick bit of trivia. Fis and Jimmy actually sailed together as a couple. And while they've stayed together romantically, they've decided to part ways nautically. As the old saying goes, the couple that sails together fails together. Not this good. The bride has actually pulled me aside and asked me to thank one very important person here tonight. Let me make sure I don't get this wrong. James Warner. Mate, we know how much you love golf, so we're just so happy that you could fit us in today. Just a really big thank you, because James, today you proved yourself a man. You chose the deck house over the clubhouse, you chose the wedding ring over the putter, and most importantly, you chose your wife over the love of your life. Our very first speaker is the father of the bride, Rob Wellman. Now, not yet, Rob. He's eager, and you'll find out why in a second. For those of you who've grown up with Felicity, you'll know Rob to be a kind and wonderfully industrious man. Rob is a scientist by trade, and Fis reckons something must have gone wrong in the lab one day because Dad came home with a superpower to talk and talk and talk. Rob, I hate to say this, mate, but your daughter has requested that your speech come with a product disclaimer, and it's not for the audience, for you. It's this little baby here. Felicity Wellman, the prop comic. Who knew? Rob, your daughter has given me very strict instructions with this thing, mate. You're going to get one warning bell, and then it's Academy Award rules, and I will play you off. I really don't think we can begrudge Rob a few extra minutes. After all, if you've raised a daughter as smart and funny and caring and supportive as Felicity, you'd want to talk about her forever as well. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Robert Wellman.
Good evening all. As you know, the brain is a most fascinating and complex machine. It starts work the moment we are born and never stops until the moment we stand up to speak in public. So on that basis, please forgive me for forgetting my lines, going too fast, or needing to look at my notes from time to time. Now, apparently, the father of the bride has 4 areas to cover in the speech. Firstly, to welcome everyone here to this fine occasion, then to say a few words about the bride and the new son-in-law, and thirdly, to give some words of advice to the happy couple, and finally to give the first of the toasts. So if it's drawn out a bit, proceed with the next course of meal. I don't want to see it all get cold. I'd like to start on behalf of the bride's mother, Anne, myself and the groom's parents, Lorraine and Chris, in giving a warm welcome to all the relatives, and especially my son and his friend Kathy and friends who have joined us to celebrate this wedding. I know many of you have travelled long distances to be here, and thank you all for coming to help celebrate Felicity and James' very special day, together with the bevy of beauty of the bridesmaids over here. It might be worthwhile just at this point, because it's such a lovely venue, to mention something about the history of the venue. Here at the Woolwich Dock, at the junction of the Parramatta and Lane Cove rivers, began in early 1880s as a shipbuilding yard. In 1898, Maudstock constructed a new dry dock and ran a maritime operation repairing ships during the two world wars. Oh, you've got to be kidding, we're only on to the second page. And it's okay to take notes because it's an open book exam at the end and a multiple choice. So that's okay, but it's, yeah, okay, with you. So in 1898, that's the Maudstock constructed a new dry dock and ran a maritime operation, repairing ships during two world wars. Ships from all over the world were cleaned and repaired and repainted at Woolwich. Woolwich Dock could be emptied of water. As the water level fell, the ships would settle on the keel. 100 men or so would be set to work. The Army Water Transport Squadron was based here in Woolwich for 30 years and left in 1997. The existing, and James is interested in this, the existing industrial building, present use is for boat building and boat repair, echoing its marine parts. You'll see Wild Oats 11, the legendary Sydney Hobart winner, in the Sawtooth building at the rear of the deckhouse. Today I look at my daughter and I see an independent, attractive, well-educated, elegant, stunning young woman. She obviously takes after her mother. To watch any child from birth making a journey through their childhood years with all the trials and tribulations involved is indeed a wonderful experience. I could go on and recount the different episodes from her childhood, but on reflection, each of these episodes were just her way from a very early age of establishing her independence to where she is today. From a high achiever in primary school, a part scholarship and private school testing exam, to a place in Abbotsleigh, achieving a high score in the HSC, obtaining a cadetship with Pitcher and Partners, and completing a Bachelor of Business from UTS, University of Technology, Sydney, and an additional 5 years, it's a hard course, postgraduate study to become a CA Chartered Accountant, and more recently made a partner, Target Wellman Charters Accountants. I see Ron Target over there. Welcome, Ron, tonight. Now, I'd just like to stop there for a moment and just slightly digress. You probably have heard in the media recently about the Panama Papers, the secrets of the super rich. The encrypted internal documents from Mossack Fonseca, a Panamanian law firm that sells anonymous offshore companies around the world to their clients so they can avoid tax. For those of you who are wondering, and be assured that Target Wellman Chartered Accountants don't offer this level of financial therapy. They're highly principled and a reputable business. Felicity has been racing dinghies competitively since 8 years old. Firstly in the Sabos, Flying 11s, and the last 16 years or so, the Cherubs at the national level, and more recently finished in the first 10 of the Australian titles, obtaining trophies for the best female skipper and the best female crew. I was fortunate to sail with Felicity in an old Cherub for about 8 years. And it's been an amazing journey, you know. Felicity has made a huge network in sailing with competitors, and many of you are here tonight. Belmont Sailing Club, Des Moines, Georges River, Sydney Flying Squadron, and the list goes on and on. And I'm sort of retired, but I feel that the time sailing with Felicity was the best sailing period of my life. But now I'm a spectator, and I'll just use a visual aid. I go along, and I've got some of the old Cherub t-shirts here. This one says Australian Cherub Championship, Belmont, 1999-2000. So I wore this down to be a spectator one day there, and I just said to everyone what mint condition it was. And Ali Chapman said to me, she said, "Rob, you should go out more." So we've had a wonderful time with the sailing. It's been a wonderful journey. However, I recall the day I pushed Felicity off the beach for the first time on her own in a sailboat. A squall hit, the boat took off, and the boat nosedived and cartwheeled. Now these little sabos have got a snub nose at front, not a boarding one, so you get the idea this little kid flying up in the air like this. So Felicity came ashore in tears, saying she'd never sail again. I thought I'd blown it. Also, Felicity enjoys girls' soccer in the winter months. It's somewhat comical to watch her play on the field. And I know a lot of the soccer people here, so there's a bit of a chuckle about that. I must admit that I'm the proudest dad in the world to have accompanied Felicity today. I think that you will all agree that she looks absolutely stunning. You have a good catch, James. Felicity has been a source of pride to me and her mother for all her life, I guess. Always impressing us with a positive attitude towards life, her love and support for her brother Jared, her personal integrity and her indomitable spirit. I'm really fortunate that my daughter has met Mr. Right, and of course marriage isn't just about finding the perfect partner, but also about being one. Felicity has made such a success of her life and career so far that I'm sure her marriage to James will be just as successful. James, firstly I'd like to thank you for respectively asking me for my daughter's hand in marriage while I was working on the boat. I gave James a hug and cried with emotion. High levels of oxytocin, I'd say. I'll talk more on this later. James is a champion dinghy sailor, yachtsman, including the Maxis. James was Australian champion in the Flying 11s as a young boy. This year he's a runner-up in the Cherub Australian titles, and I think he's been knocking on the door there on a couple of occasions. I've actually sailed with James a couple of times and taught me a lot of things in about half an hour. Although competitive, they have sailing in common. James has competed in the Sydney Hobart race and many other Asian classics. I'll leave others to talk further on his behalf. Felicity and James together have purchased their own home and have achieved a lot with their renovations. Every father hopes his daughter will find a reliable, caring, sensible and considerate partner, And as much as you try not to interfere in their lives, you always hope your children will make the right choice in life. Felicity chose James. James, we are delighted to welcome you into our family. We have found you to be a kind and considerate young man who deserves a good wife. Thank goodness you married Felicity before you found one. Even so, when you see how stunning Felicity looks today, it proves one thing I've always known about James. He's clearly a man of vision, occasionally blurred, sometimes double, but nonetheless a man of vision who's been lucky enough to find my daughter. So it's a pleasure, James, to formally welcome you into the family. So on to my third job, offer a bit of advice. You often hear me say it's all about chemistry, and others saying about a loving couple. They have the right chemistry. Let me try to explain this brain chemistry. Now, from this point on, the speech has been vetted, and some of it taken out, but there's still a bit left here. What I actually had was an experiment where they took blood samples and measured the oxytocin levels of the bridal party. And it was very interesting. And Felicity said, "Dad, they're not going to get it. You know, nobody's going to get it. That's only maybe Viv or David Johnson, my friend from uni, will get it. You can't put all that in." You know, just so it has been vetted, but there's a little bit left here. Whenever you find yourself filled with love, it's because of a certain special hormone called oxytocin, the love hormone. The other major factor in how oxytocin expresses itself is in an individual brain seems to have to do with the social environment in which the person finds himself. And that's what's happening here. Right? That's what's happening here. A happy occasion. Brains that are nurtured towards working happily with us and feeling good about it while they do, just by using oxytocin release. So, my words of advice to you both. Firstly, touch, play together. 3, empathy. When we employ empathy to understand each other, we create an oxytocin circuit. In times of emotional upset and or disagreement, use empathy to understand, express your heartfelt empathy as understanding, and let the oxytocin take hold of you both before proceeding. Create a safe place. Enjoy, pick anything, anyone you love, and really pay close attention to what you love there. Take the time to be there, in the moment. Take each other to dinner or coffee, chat with sustained eye contact. If all you have is your thoughts, they will do just fine. Just use them to imagine the above. It only takes a minute or so for your brain chemistry to join in. Media. Use social and entertainment media time to feel good. Pick movies and shows and books that make you laugh or feel good. Remember the power of love. And pet your pets. You both love, adore Louis. Finally, tell each other daily that you love one another. There's no challenge in marriage that can't be overcome by one or more of the following. I was wrong, you were right, I agree, yes dear. Well, we've come to the last of my duties. That's giving a toast to the bride and groom. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a radiant bride, we have a charming, handsome groom. If you could charge your glasses and be upstanding. put your hand in James and take hold of it. May they be blessed with a happiness that grows, with love that lasts. We wish them enjoyment for today, the fulfilment of all their hopes and dreams for tomorrow, and love and happiness always. To the bride and groom, Felicity and James.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together for the father of the groom, Stein.
Hello everybody, I'm Chris. I'm James's old man, as he calls me. Thank you all for coming and helping us celebrate this fantastic wedding and marriage with James and Felicity. I'd particularly like to thank all those who travelled a long distance to be here. Apparently there's people here from Kuala Lumpur, thank you. There's people here from America, and there's people here from the North Coast, the South Coast, and Felicity informs me there's a whole lot of people here from the Shire. Thank you. I'd also like to make one huge thank to James's nan. She got out of hospital bed this morning to see her grandson and Felicity get married. His nan couldn't stay for the reception, but a huge effort. Thank you very much, Nan. And none of that would have happened without his good uncle Jeff and Kath for taking care of all logistics to make that happen. Thanks, mate. Thanks, James's pop is still here. Where are you, old man? So, if he hasn't been around your table yet, or you haven't met him yet, I'm sure by the end of the night, he will be around. I think the bridal table with all you pretty girls, I think he'll be next up. I suggested to James, after he'd been dating Felicity for a couple of years, that this girl looks like a pepper, mate. Maybe you better do something about that. He looked at me and said, "Oh man, as soon as she steps up, I'll marry that girl." So thanks for stepping up, Felicity. Well, I hope you know what you're in for, girl. He's still ADD. I think you know that. He loves his golf. He loves his sailing. He loves that little puppy dog Louie. But most of all, atop that, he loves you. So I guess it's a good time to finally, officially welcome you into the family. Welcome, Felicity. James, my son, you know how much we love you, and you know how proud we are of you, mate. You really have grown into a fine man. Don't think you're fully grown up yet, but nevertheless, you're a fine man. And I think we know this stepped up, mate. So cherish what you have, not just a beautiful bride, but a beautiful person. I know you will take care of her. Stay best friends, keep making each other laugh, and hopefully in the near future, a couple or even a few little more Warners running around. Thank you, everybody. And a toast to James and Felicity. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you, Chris Warner. A lovely speech.
Time the hand.
Our next speaker is the best man, or as Jimmy prefers to call the role, caddy. Andrew isn't the best man Jimmy knows. No, that award goes to the male that Jimmy loves most in life, the one he spends every day with, the one he walks, feeds and cleans up after, his dog Louie. So technically, Andrew, you may not be the best man, but you're definitely the best human. Ladies and gentlemen, we've also got a surprise cameo in this speech. Would you please put your hands together for the best man that James knows on 2 feet, and also the best woman. Come on up.
I'll keep it short and sweet. I got to share a night with Louis last night, and I now feel sorry for him because Louis jumped into bed, farted, and then cuddled up. So I now understand where she comes from. So. As for James, Felicity's so well educated, and for those of you who don't know James too well, he's very well educated as well. He got a Bachelor of Art from Oyster Bay Primary School, preschool, where we first met. I think it was over the kinder gym, which was before soft play, before any other people were involved. And I think it was a race to the top. And I think, as James would tell me, I won, but I think James gave up and let me win. And this is the kind of guy James is. James is so giving, caring, and anyone in the room, no matter what's going on, where you are, you'll always be there. And this is the kind of guy James is. And both bridesmaids, groom's people, big tongues, and the girls also did an awesome job in getting both parties to the wedding today. So, raise your glasses to the bride and groom, to James and Felicity, Warner. Thanks guys for coming.
I also am going to keep this short and sweet. I would just like to congratulate James and Felicity. Felicity looks so amazing today, the most amazing bride I've ever seen. James, you pull off a good Hugo boss, as if ever I've seen one. James has been a big part of our family for a very long time, and I can also back up what Andrew says in that he is the kindest, caring and most beautiful person that you'll ever really meet. He's my best friend. He's always been there for my family, for my children, myself, my husband, and it doesn't matter what situation we're in, we know that we can always call on James to help us out. So James, I thank you so much for all that, and I appreciate you so much. My family loves you so much, and we love you so much. And Felicity, I welcome you as well into our family as much as we have with James, and blessed to have such a beautiful person in our family. So congratulations to James and Felicity. So very, very happy for you both. And I hope you share most love and so many memorable memories together for the rest of your lives. I love you both. Thank you.
You guys, that was beautiful. Our next cab off the rank is our beautiful bride. And Felicity, I speak for everyone in this room today when I say you look absolutely stunning tonight. Even though the weather was a little moist to begin with, you look damn radiant hot. It's her least favourite word, folks. I'm sorry, darling, that was a dare. Felicity, you are without a doubt one of the most supportive people I know. Fis is so supportive, she's basically an enabler. Fis will rock up to anything you put on and support you, and I think all of your bridesmaids and your greater circle of friends will attest to that here tonight. But you're at your most supportive when you're spruiking the achievements of your new husband. I'll never forget the time that Jimmy built a fence. Fis was so proud. It was like that moment in in the film The Castle when the family head Daryl Carrigan is really proud that his son Dale's dug a hole? Go on, tell him, Jimmy. Jimmy dug a fence. Fizz had been spruiking the said fence for weeks and weeks. So when I finally rocked up to see the place, Fizz said, Jimmy, go show Steve your fence. So Jimmy sighed, he took me out back, he motioned me, he went, yeah, so this is the fence. Anyway, that's the dad bill. We're breaking the big stories here today. We're breaking the big stories here today. It's a pity 60 minutes is still at Lebanon. That is a great. Fizz, your enthusiasm for life shall never dim. Look up the word felicity in the dictionary and you'll find the following definitions. Good fortune, bliss, and a state and source of happiness. She's the source of happiness to us all. She's been very good fortune to one man in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the dictionary definition of bliss, Felicity.
To everyone here, thank you for your time to come and celebrate our marriage. It means the world to us you're here, and in particular those who've travelled long distances. To those that have come interstate, May's come from Melbourne, Lauren and Logan from Brisbane, Pete and Candice from and Nathan Warner from Perth, and our international guests Craig from Kuala Lumpur, Rini from Vanuatu, and Monica from the States. So thanks for being here. People I'd like to mention that are no longer with us that are special to me. People I grew up with and dearly miss. My Uncle Frank, my Auntie Betty, my Uncle Phil, my cousin Elaine, and my Nana and Pop. And to my Auntie Margaret and Auntie Dulcie, who were both too unwell to make it today. I'd like to thank the staff from Deck House, in particular Catherine, who've been support and organising this wedding, and to my friend Catherine Sabbath, who made that fabulous looking cake that you saw earlier. I'd like to thank the Warners for accepting me into their family. You're actually the nicest family I've ever met. Chris, if I ever wonder what James is going to be like later in life, all I have to do is look at you. You act the same, you talk the same, and you're generally the same relaxed and laid-back person I love. Thank you for your constant support of James and I, in particular to the help that you and Jen give us in our home renovations, giving up your weekends to build, paint. We really appreciate it, so thank you. To Lorraine, my second mum, thank you for always being there for James and I. We trust your guidance, advice on everything from our home to travel and this wedding. You're a big part of our life, and I hope we continue our friendship for a long time. Thank you for letting James live with you while we save money to buy our house, because it wouldn't be possible without your generosity, so thank you. My father's parents, as they were long gone before I was born, and when I was a teenager, my Nana and Pop have sadly passed away. And I feel really lucky to have 4 new grandparents. Eileen, thank you for welcoming me into your family. You're both always surrounded by your children and grandchildren, and it's inspiring. Keep making those homemade sausage rolls, because they're the best stuff ever. Joy and John, Joy, I'm really not here, and I'll read this to you in the hospital when we go to see you. But you're actually the loveliest couple I've ever met in my life. Joy and John have been married, is it 63 years? Yeah. Was it? Yeah. And you're an inspiration to although Joy's not here today in the reception, we're so happy that she was at the ceremony to see us there. James often comes out with things that are just so beautiful, and it always comes back to joy. When he first wrote me a card, I noticed how beautiful his handwriting was, and I asked him how he learned to write like that, and he said, my nan taught me. I once tried my hand at knitting, and he sat down next to me and said, "You're doing it wrong," and proceeded to teach me how to knit a perfect row of stitches. And I said, "Where did you learn to knit like that?" And he said, "My nan taught me." He made our bed with perfectly manicured hospital edges, and I asked him where he learned that, and he said, "My nan taught me." When he made a drive up the fairway that was perfectly straight, low, far, and about a foot off the ground, I asked him where he learned to play golf like that, and he said, "My nan taught me." When we were discussing getting married, I asked James what he wanted out of the marriage, and he said, "I want us to be like Nan and Pop. Thank you for being our role models and our inspiration." I already have a brother, but who wouldn't want two more? Especially good-looking boys like Kurt and Drew. I'm lucky to gain two more brothers today. James has always said to me, being the eldest brother and eldest grandchild, that he believes he's the trial version Warner, and they just got better after he was born. I won't comment on whether I agree with him or not. Thank you for welcoming me into your family as a sister, and I promise you, Kurt, one day I will beat you in a sailing race, like it will happen. Thank you for asking me out on behalf of James, as he was too chicken to do it.
I picked up the wrong phone, sorry.
And to the Moores, Jeff, Tony, Alicia, Kira and Joshy. You guys are James's favourite people, and he loves you like family. He often refers to you girls as his sister, and Joshy, his brother. He's been around since you were tiny kids and loves you so much. I feel lucky to be a part of your family, in particular to Tone's the prettiest groomswoman I ever saw. I think your friendship and connection with James is beautiful, and you are James's most special friend, so thank you for always being there for him, and for me now. From our time at Uppinsley, I never met a group of girls funnier, wackier and downright strange than you lot. You make me laugh, you lift me up, you're always there for me. Thank you for giving me the advice, all advice in the lead up to the wedding. Thank you for putting on the best tents and bridal shower. You always go over and above to make me feel special, so thank you. I refer to you as my sisters, and you're each individually so special to me, so thank you for standing next to me today. An unassuming, quiet man who's taught me everything I know in the world of business. Ron Carpet, my business partner. We've worked together for 13 years. Thank you for guiding me and teaching me everything I know in my career. For the freedom and guidance to study and travel with work, and supporting me in my new role as a partner. You can't get rid of me now. You're humble, kind, and I honestly believe that if there were more people in the world like you, the world would be a better place. I love that you and James are friends, and that you don't just see James as my partner, but as my mate. Thank you for your acceptance of James into our family, and I love you. Mark, you're the most generous and giving person I know. You are my light. I can only dream to one day be a mother like you. There's never been a moment when you haven't ever put yourself before anyone, and that's exceptional. I never show up to anyone's house without some kind of baked treat, and that's because of you. I love to give, and that's because of you. I love to cook, and that's because of you. And I love music, and that's because of you. Every day passes, I realise I'm becoming more and more like you, and that makes me smile, so thank you. You're extraordinary, a true eccentric with a big heart. My childhood was one big science lesson. To most 6-year-old girls, a flower crown was a pretty fun thing to make in a playground, but to me it was a flower crown of the Latin Belize pyramids, otherwise common known as the common daisy. I analogy between my feelings for James and the elemental composition of the human body. And you proved me right today in your speech. I predicted that. Your love of nature passed on to me, and you always remind me of the natural beauty that surrounds us, and to forget to always get back to nature. But it's your love of the sea that resonates with me the most. I believe that salt water runs in our blood, and I met someone who feels the same way, and I think that's really special. My life with boats, the weather, the ocean and the wind is something I hold close to my heart, and I have this passion and desire to sail together, and it's because of you, Dad, and that I found somebody to sail the world with me, so thank you. You both have always encouraged me to take on anything and anything as a child growing up, and I can see the complete dedication you both gave Jared and I to our childhood, from dance lessons, gymnastics, piano, athletics, swimming, sailing, adventures, to a strong focus on education and learning. You gave us everything, and this translated into a love of travel and a need to fulfil my curious nature, and I'm always looking for the next adventure, and you both planted that seed. And lucky for me, I found someone pretty special to come with me on my next adventure. James, my husband. So I ask you this, what is true love? True love is always giving me the end piece of your chicken parmigiana. You know the edge of the schnitzel where the cheese and the tomato goes crispy? That part you've been savouring the whole meal, only to look at me, the one that ordered the pedestrian salad, and let me have that bit. True love. By the back of my sailing jacket over the edge of a 50-foot yacht in 3 metre swells across Bass Strait when I was so violently seasick, just to make sure I was okay. True love. Running 10 kilometres back to the hotel from a Hawaiian hospital in the sweltering heat because you couldn't get a cab, just to get the travel insurance papers so the hospital would treat me when I had an insane allergic reaction to something mysterious. We still don't know what. True love. Giving me the last mint slice, almost always. True love. Taste testing all my trial and error baking experiments and giving me the honest, heartfelt opinion. Babe, that was shit, don't make that up. True love. True love is begging to buy me a puppy and promising me that I will never have to pick up his poo, and actually sticking to your word. 2 years later, I've never picked up Louis' poo. A prominent form is admiration. I admire the way you help others without ever complaining, and it just comes naturally to you. If you're not mowing people's lawns, you're taking out the neighbours' bins, or renovating friends and families' homes, moving their furniture, lending your trailer, fixing people's boats and sails on sail day, all because you want to, and I love that about you. You're hard yet affectionate. You're unapologetically honest yet complimentary. You're cheeky yet respectful. You're competitive yet fair. You have high expectations yet you're accepting. You're industrious yet somehow incredibly laid back at the same time. I love your no-bull approach to life. What you see is what you get, and it's a rare trait to have, and it's one that I admire. So before I conclude my speech tonight, I'd like to invite my friend Steve back up here to help me with something I prepared earlier. Evening, Steve. How are we on this fabulous Saturday that boasted near-perfect golfing conditions?
You're not wrong, Fiz. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 80th edition of the Masters Tournaments, the third round of the PGA Tour, here at the Woolwich Dock in Sydney, Australia. I'm sorry, I appear to have acquired a happy voice.
So today, Steve, it's all about the very talented James Warner.
Yes, that's right, Fiz. The 33-year-old golfer from Australia has defended his Masters title and was in fine form all day.
Originally from South, he now resides in the leafy suburb of Forestville in Sydney's north with his wife and little dog, Lewis Jr.
Yes, humble beginnings here for the world champion golfer. He's come a long way from his baggage handler days at Sydney Airport. Not a lot of Indonesian stamps on that passport, I can assure you. Doing the milk run with his father, various jobs as an electrician, a boat builder, a sailmaker, and a guardrail installer.
He certainly has. He's really just an all-round athlete. Did you know he was selected for the Olympics team in gymnastics back in the day?
Wow, no, I did not know that. He must be flexible.
He's also won national and world titles in sailing and yachting, and I believe he played at a high level in soccer.
Such an achiever, and we have been so excited to see him play golf here today.
I believe this would be your 9th or 10th year covering the Masters tournament?
Yes, that's right. This would be my 10th year. It's a thrill. It gets better every year. I follow James's career since the beginning, and I'm so excited to see him develop into the champion he is today.
We're now going to skip through to some of the highlights from today's play. Steve, take us to the 6th hole.
Well, it's a big putt here for the left-hander James Warner on the par 3 6-4 for birdie that has dropped a shot on the 5th. That's why he is a champion. He now leads the field by 2.
That's right, he plays golf with his left, rights with his right, butts with his left, and bowls with his right.
I mean, the thing is, he's just so versatile. You know? Back-to-back birdies for Warner after a beautiful approach shot on the 7th, and then he booms a drive down the 8th, splitting the fairway. Warner is in fine form today, ladies and gentlemen. What a champion. It could be down to his diet. I hear it's a strict regime with chicken schnitzels, hamburgers, and hot chips.
You're not wrong, Steve. I heard he eats a packet of mint slice every day. I mean, the dedication, it's just inspiring.
Superb from Warner. The 3-footer on the par 5 8th makes it 3 birdies on the spin, and the champion moves to under 6 for the tournament. He is using a nice Scotty Cameron putter. He won't play without it.
Yes, I heard his wife second mortgage their home to buy him that putter.
Well, this is turning into one of the great performances from Warner. After a solid approach into the 9th, the Australian sinks the 21-footer for a 4th birdie in a row. Remember, the 33-year-old is looking to surpass Jack Nicklaus to become the youngest 2-time Masters winner.
We're on the 16th. Warner lines up the tee for the drive. He likes it. He likes it.
Bumps into his playing partner's ball, and yes, it trickles into the hole. Incredible hole-in-one on the 8th, the 16th from Warner.
Wow, I think that would be his first hole-in-one.
Well, let's finish this spectacular day off at the 18th.
Warner is up. Here we go. Oh, it's hard to tell if he likes it.
What a shot! Warner finds the fairway with his drive on the 18th.
Apparently his nan taught him to drive a ball like that. Safely on the green.
Here we go. Warner putts for a birdie on the 18th. If he sinks this, history will be made. Yes, it's in! Warner will leave Woolwich today with the green jacket, ladies and gentlemen.
A brilliant 67 from Warner, and the Australian is in the deck house tonight at a 5 under for the tournament.
Yes, great scenes from the deck house as the cameras catch Warner in his moment.
James Warner, now the youngest player to ever win 2 Masters.
We've seen all highs today for Warner. At the beginning of the day, we saw incredible composure and a fair bit of emotion.
I agree. He put his heart out there today in what I would say is the most important day of his life.
Not wrong, Fess. I've been here 10 years and I have never seen an afternoon like this. I mean, just look at this crowd. I believe Warner has 196 family and friends here today supporting him. And if you look really closely, you can see his lovely wife standing over there just behind the caddy.
She's his #1 supporter, always pushing him to be the best version of himself. She's a good-looking girl, isn't she, Steve?
Oh yes, Cheers, Miss. Howdy, score her.
Oh, I did, Steve.
And that concludes our live coverage of the 2016 Masters. We'll leave the last word to what we know as James Warner's favourite quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. James Warner, mathematician.
To conclude, James, never change. Stay true to yourself as it's your greatest attribute. Thank you for making the love with me. Thank you for giving me your time. I believe time is one of the most precious things a person can give. Thank you for continuing to support me in all aspects of my life. You and I are so different in many ways, but we are same in the ways that count. Our spirit, our essence, and our soul. We do what we can with what we give in the time we're given, and we're a team, and I love you. So thank you for marrying me today. It's you and me now. So I'll finish with some lyrics from the Bob Dylan song that I walked down the aisle to early today. Oh, can't you see that you were born to stand by my side, and I was born to be with you. You were born to be my bride. You're the other half of what I am. You're the missing piece. I love you more than ever, with a love that doesn't cease. Thank you.
So our next speaker is the groom, James Warner. So much material, so little time. Sit down, I haven't introduced you yet. Honestly. James is a man of few words. Literally, he has the vocab of a toddler. But it's not that he doesn't know a lot of words, he does. It's just that for Jimmy, why would you waste your energy on words when a shrug of the shoulders will do? So I don't know how many words we're going to get out of him tonight, but every man has his price. Mate, I was actually rooting around in Rob Wellman's prop bag before, and look at what I found. Mint slice, unopened. It says the words and then it gets the biscuits, you understand? I know I've tried to pass off James tonight as being super chill, but he actually has a burning desire to win. He's often heard saying, there's coming first and then there's everything else. Well, as far as marriage is concerned today, for you, mate, it's another first place. If Felicity is the definition of happiness, then this guy must be what the dictionary defines as an all-round great bloke. I've got a lot of mileage out of you tonight, mate, but seriously, people, how good and progressive is this guy? He's got a woman for a groomsman, a gay guy as the MC, and he married a hot accountant. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your groom, James Warner.
Hello, El.
Hi, James.
Not as good as me. I know a lot of you think I can't read.
hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. Where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, where the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have the fear that I wanna rock your gypsy soul. Just like way back in the days of old. Yeah, magnificently we will fold until the resting. Where that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, when that foghorn blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will go into the mystic. Oh dear. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will fold into the mystic.